I've already kind of asked you this, but I'm taking that topic further about what I wanted to ask you was that we in Sanatana Dharma, like I said, have several folds, several strands. And I could be a Shiv Bhakt, you are a Krishna Bhakt.
Krishna Bhakt.
Yeah, all kinds. There are, of course, there are Charvaks who don't believe in materialism,
Yes.
they're materialists, don't believe in anything. Yet, somehow we have managed to survive thousands and thousands and thousands of years.
Yes.
Without any internal clashes.
Yes.
Without any, like unlike the crusades that we saw between the Abrahamic faiths in Middle East, in that region. So how do you explain, like, how is it that an Advaitin can coexist peacefully with Advaitin, or a Krishna Bhakt can coexist with a Shakta or a Tantric? How has this harmony, how is it unique to our land?
Yeah. The good thing about Sanatana Dharma is that I may have matbhed, but I will not have manbhed. I can have matbhed, and that's perfectly okay. A Shiv Bhakta may say, oh, this Amogh Lila Prabhu, he thinks that Krishna is God, I say Shiva is God. So people can have difference of opinion. But at the same time, we are not violent against. No, I'll not give supari ki ye Krishna is Shiv Bhakta hai, tapka do isko. Never ever we do that. Because one thing which is common to, irrespective of the deity which one worship, is that Sanatana Dharma by nature is very peaceful. By nature, and of course people took advantage of this peaceful nature, that's another thing. But by nature we are peaceful. Even somebody is a Shakta, somebody is a Shaivite, somebody is a Vaishnava, somebody is a Jain Sant. So we see that people are peaceful. We may have different opinion. Okay, I believe this, I believe that. That's understood. But we see that if somebody goes deeply into Shastra, then one can see where is what placed. Like Lord Shiva is actually an incarnation of Krishna. He's a Gunavatar. And he's a special tattva also. So he's not really living entity like us. And he's not supreme absolute truth. And he's in between. Actually. So like in Brahma Saita, just like the milk gets transformed into curd. So curd is coming from milk itself. But that's a transformed version of the milk. So milk is Vishnu or Narayan or Krishna ultimately. And Shivji is like curd. So curd is coming from milk. It's a different tattva, but not really water. It's curd, but coming from milk. So it's a different tattva. It's a transmutation, but by the will of the Lord. And he has got a certain service to do, to deliver the ghosts and goblins, those who are very tamasic people. They're delivered by you see Lord Shiva. Because Lord, you see mostly worshippers, if not all, mostly worshippers Lord Shiva are into tamasic activities. I'll not get into the details because somebody may take it as an offense, but yes, they get delivered by mercy of Lord Shiva. Shiva means auspicious.
Shiva means auspicious.
It brings auspiciousness to their lives. That you are tamasic, I am here to deliver you. Like in a school, most duffer students are given to the best teacher.
Correct.
So Lord Shiva is like that. He's very merciful. But he is Gunavatar of Lord Shri Krishna. Yeah. But Krishna is original, that is given in Shastras. Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham.
Any text which says that Shiv Bhagwan is maybe not an incarnate, we can't call him an incarnation, but is a tat or his tattva, if he's a tattva. I mean, I don't think we can call him an incarnate.
Like for example, like Bhagavatam mentions Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu. Like among the Vaishnavas, among all the devotees of Lord Krishna, Lord Shambhu, Lord Shiva is the best. So that's why he has been glorified like this. And there's verse which comes in Brahma Samhita where Brahmaji is telling that how Lord Shiva is actually an expansion of him, just like a curd is a transformation of the milk. So that's why somebody deeply dwells into Shastras, then one can see who is what. Like for example, Adwaitha. Advaita is also true. Not that Advaita. Yeah. So Gyan Marg and Advaita is basically a generic glorification of God. So like here is when this verse about Lord Shiva, which my friend has given, who is sitting next to me.
Okay.
Shiram yatha dadhi vikar vishesh yogat sanjayate na hi tata prathak asti heto ya shambhunat ya shambhutam api tatha sambhupaiti karyat govindamadi purusham tamham bhajami. So the translation is like this: just as milk is transformed into curd by action of acids, but yet the effect of curd is neither the same as nor different from its cause, that is milk. So I adore primeval Lord Govinda, of whom the state of Shambhu is a transformation for the performance of the work of destruction. So this is a job which he has been assigned to.
This is from where? From where?
It's from Brahma Samhita. Lord Brahmaji is speaking these verses.
Okay.
Yeah, chapter 5 of Brahma Samhita. So he's speaking that how he's transformation of Lord Shri Krishna. So if we understand all the Shastras, then we have right understanding. Like Adwaita. Advaita is a generic description about God. For example, if I say Pujita is a girl, and that's it. And that's right. Yeah, of course, that's right. But that's incomplete. Okay, Pujita has got father, whose name is this, mother's name is this, her hobbies are this, her job is this, and this is what her ambition is. Now I'm getting more into the details of Pujita. That is bhakti description about absolute reality. Advait is more generic.
I think like Sagun and Nirgun Swarupam of Brahma. I think Advaita is more into the Nirgun.
I'll come to that. Sagun and Nirgun. There is confusion about Sagun and Nirgun.
Okay.
But yes, Advait is generic description of God, and Bhakti means more specific description of God, like that. Now, usually some of the Advaitins, they think that Krishna and Ram, etc., they are Sagun Brahm. That means mixed with three modes, Sato, Rajo, Tamo, or maybe mixed with only Sato. Okay, this is what they believe. But actually, Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that he is Janma Karma Chame Divyam. So his Janma is not that Brahman or say Nirakar, being in touch with Sato Gun, now taken form as Krishna and Rama and Narsingha and all that, Vamana. No, it's not like that. His Janma is also Divya. There is no mixture of the three modes. He is Nirguna. So Nirakar is also Nirguna. Krishna is also Nirguna. Nirguna means there is no Satogun, Rajagun, Tamogun. Beyond. Transcendental. Divya. Adhyatmic. So Krishna, Ram, etc. these forms are also Nirguna. And the Prakash which is coming out of their body is also Nirguna. This material world is Saguna. So God can come to material world but not materially. That's the point to understand. God can come to material world but not materially, but spiritually. Actually. But some of the people, they like some of the Advaitins, they have this understanding. Well, we think that Nirakar is absolute reality. So what about Krishna and Rama? Where to adjust them? Well, they are Saguna Brahm. So somewhere they belittle the transcendental nature of God's forms.
Yeah, they believe that Nama Rupa are not essential.
Are not transcendental. They are not Divya. But actually they are also Divya. Janma Karma Chame Divyam. Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita chapter 4 verse number 9. So it is Divyam. So his appearance is also Divya. But yes, at least they have come to generic description of a God. Advaita. That's good. But ultimately we have to become more specific, because without being specific, there can't be love. Being generic, you can have some appreciation. But to be in love, you need to be more details about that absolute reality. So he has a form, he has qualities, he has got reciprocations, his leelas and what he does in his leela. So all of this is there. So it clearly proves that actually Krishna is transcendental. The effulgence coming out of his body, that is formless, but he is having a form. Just like you see the fragrance is formless, but the flower has a form. My sound which is coming is formless, but the person is having a form.
Everything is form.
Yeah, tube light. This light is formless, but that tube light is having a form. So from form comes formlessness. Flower, from form comes formlessness. In entire creation, you will see everywhere from form comes formlessness. So from God's transcendental Satchidananda Vigraha comes the effulgence, the light. But why is it that some people only think that God is light? They take God very lightly. But he's just light, you know.
He's light.
Yeah, he's light. We are taking God so lightly that he's just light, tube light, halogen light. Yeah, just light. No, it's not like that. Just like if somebody takes a photograph of God, say God is there in the altar, and somebody takes using his phone, camera from outside. You take a photo, only light will come. God is just light. Just see, I got a photograph, light. But once you enter the temple, you are near the altar, and there you see Radha and Krishna. And then you take a photo. You also get light, but you also see God. So those who are away from God, they conclude God is only light. But those who come near God, near to God, and then they conclude, oh, he's not just light. I can't take him so lightly. He's having a form, a spiritual divine form. Like Musa, he was one of the prophets. He said, "Oh Khuda, I want to see your noor. I want to see your beauty." Khuda said, "You can't handle, Baba." No, I'll handle it. I'm very good. I'm very expert. He said, "You can't handle it." No, I'll handle it. So then Lord Allah, the Khuda, he showed his form, but it was so effulgent that he fainted. Musa fainted. And then Lord woke him up. He said, Lord said, "I told you you can't handle it." He said, "Oh Lord, please reduce this effulgence of yours so that I can see you." So then Khuda reduces effulgence so that he can see Khuda. So Khuda is having a form, but the effulgence is way too much. And that's why there are people who are not able to see God. And then they conclude, well, God is just light. Yeah. So between God and us, there are 4 curtains. Tamogun, Rajogun, Satogun. So some of the Advaitins, they have opened these 3 curtains. But there's a 4th curtain also of light, effulgence. So 3 are removed. But then we have to request God. God, this 4th curtain, please remove it. Correct? I can see you. God may say, पर्दे में रहने दो, पर्दा ना उठाओ, पर्दा जो उठ गया तो भेद खुल जाएगा. Oh, God is having a divine form. Oh yes. But yes, God reveals himself to those who are devoted to him. So God reveals that, yes, I do have a spiritual form. Like Bible mentions, God made man in his own image. So God, that means God has image. That's why we have image. So you also have a form, transcendental, spiritual, divine form. Namam Ishwaram Sachidananda Rupam. He has Sachidananda Roop. Ishwara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha. He is Sachidananda Vigraha. He's having a form. So all these scriptural quotations, again, my friend has given me one more verse, which I would like to quote from Ishopnishad, which is verse number 15. It mentions, Hiranyamayena Patrena Satyasa Pahitam Mukham Tattvam Pushan Apavranu Satya Dharmaya Drishtaye. That means, oh my Lord, sustainer of all that lives, your real face is covered by your dazzling effulgence. Kindly remove that covering and exhibit yourself to your pure devotee. So that means he has effulgence. Please remove it so that I can see you.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.